All right, let me ask a question. And I'm not sure if this is going to fall into the subject I'm talking about, but I was just thinking about this. Okay, my question is or was there a game that you got hooked on that others has either drop opinions saying the game is whack or horrible, not good? I mean, like just saying 20 plus complaints in one sentence. Doesn't matter if it's an RPG game or mobile, Android, iOS, or even an old PC game. You loved it. You loved it and you found fun in it. Reason why I'm saying this is that there was a game on this handheld right here that I was super hooked on. This right here is the original Sega Game Gear, and I'm gonna dig into it in a minute. But there was a game that I was always hooked on, and matter of fact, it's in here, called Surf Ninjas, that was based off the movie back in the day. I could never finish it, and for some reason I kept going back to play it. I don't know why. My friends was always telling me like, man, that game is so weak. And of course everybody had an opinion that felt that Mortal Kombat was the best game on Game Gear back in the day. Like, don't get me wrong, it was pretty good on Game Gear considering it was only using like a couple of buttons, but I don't care. I am ready to bring this game back in a way bigger way. Well, to me, in a bigger way. That's that. But I want to play it on this handheld right here. This right here is called the Game Kitty Bubble, and it's definitely giving me Game Gear vibes. I think when I looked it up, I think it was called the GKD, but I'm just going by what the thing says. It says Game Kitty Kitty Bubbles, and it looks like it looks like a toy for real. We about to dig into it, but I might add other systems other than Game Gear. I'm not sure. Might get a little arcade crazy. I don't know, but overall, let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. Wow, they kept this thing super basic. No SD card, which is what I ordered. And also there's no USB type C cable. I mean, you just gotta be able to charge up on your own stuff. They just sent just the console itself. And I'm not complaining. That is super cool. That saved me a little bit on just getting this little console. And there's pretty much C cables like everywhere. And so it works out pretty well. But that's not what I'm gonna do first before I just keep on going. Two things. Number one, I'm finna show you the specs, so just look. And also we finna get nostalgic for a second because I want to show you a couple of little extras I've been had for a long time for my Game Gear. This is back in the day. Oh my goodness, back in the day they had this. I have this little tuner thing where you can actually watch TV on this Game Gear. I had the little extra magnifying screen that you can have so you can actually see a little bit. And also I had got the Game Genie thing for this, and this is complete. This has the book and everything. So down the line, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna go ahead and actually it's coming, so I am gonna upgrade the screen, and I am going to be upgrading the case for this. But I not only just got this original, I got this second one that I do have, and this one is actually my the one I use when I'm testing games for the website, for games for the website when I get them in. And this is the one because you just plug it up and you have to worry about batteries. I had the little battery pack thing in the back of here, and this is just all I need. This is just perfect. But this other one is just like, if I was to do like on the go, because it takes six AA batteries for this thing, and it actually lasts for a pretty decent amount of time. I mean, I never for playing games, but it does run out. So just watch yourself as you have one of these things. But no, we're gonna be playing on this. All right, we got to get into our feelings first. Okay, so let's compare this old Game Gear to this one. Okay, it's actually got a really good feel. It does. It feels like a toy. It has a great texture on it. Like, it's not something that's going to get smudgy or anything like that, and that's what's cool. And the analog sticks is pretty locked in tight. It feels pretty good, and you can push them in, so it means you can actually use that R3. The start button is like in the same area, which is cool. You got your two buttons, and you got two little smaller buttons at the top right there, and that's super cool. And this pad right here, so you can actually be able to have your thumb pad and stuff. And right at the top right here, you got all your 4 buttons where you can play, so you can actually add like other consoles if you want to. I'm not going to add too many, but I just, like I said, I'm just, you know. And also you have your HDMI out right there. You have some extra buttons I haven't even figured out yet, so that could be like the reset button. Also at the bottom right here, you have another SD card slot right here, another C type in right there. You got 2 of them, so I'm figuring that one might be the setup, and then the other one might be where you add your games to. That's what I'm thinking. And then you got your volume up and down right there. There's nothing really like on the side right here. It's just, but it's got a really good feel to it. This thing is, yeah, it does. It feels like a toy, but at the same time, it feels really good. It does. No, so I'm gonna try to turn this thing out. So the power button's at the top, and let's hit that. Okay, so now it's asking me for an SD card. Luckily, I got one. I got a 64 gig right here, and just in case it requires me to add a second one, let me grab a smaller one. So I got this little 16 right here. This little 16 gig right here, and I think that's gonna be enough to have for a setup. Yeah, let's do that. I should have got this with the card. I can't find nothing on the stock setup. Oh well, can't go back now. So I'm going to try and wing this. Just like I said in my other videos, this is not a how-to video. I make mistakes, and there are way better videos out there that can probably set this up with ease. You can follow if you want, and if you know better or faster methods to this, please let us know in the comments. My goal is for us all to help each other, and thank you so much. Now let's just get this thing going. Now what you saw right there in the beginning right there, I was just basically making sure the card is working. So now I'm just gonna pull out my trusty card reader, and I'm gonna hop to my PC. All right, what I always like to do, I like to format all my cards FAT32. That's just what I do. Then now I'm just gonna try this site because I found out that this might work. So I'm gonna scroll down here, and I'm going to try to look for a good build. I would figure generic will probably be the ticket. So let's try it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and just download that. I'm gonna go ahead and flash it to my SD card, and I'm just gonna go from there. And then I'm gonna pop this thing back in. Hopefully it's all work. I'm using Etcher, by the way, just in case if you guys want to know. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this thing back in, and I'm going to see if this works. And nothing's working. It's not working. So maybe I probably got the wrong one. I'm not sure. You guys let me know in the comments on which one when it comes to Plum OS, which one's the best one that's going to work. So I'm just going to hop back at it again. I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna get one more. I'm gonna try this one more time. So I'm gonna see if maybe this one will work. Maybe this one's gonna work. I'm gonna try it. Okay, all right, I did the whole thing, flash, all that kind of good stuff. I'm gonna try it again. Same thing, it's not working. The heck. You know what, at this point in time right now, I'm gonna change out this SD card anyway. I really not a big fan of PNY, so I'm just gonna use one of these because I never have no problems with these. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay, basically I make sure I format it, all the good stuff, and then I'm gonna try the same one more time. You know what, I'm gonna keep digging. This is not working. Okay, all right, I think I found something. I had to do a little digging, so I found this website. All right, and I don't know if I'm gonna get viruses, but let's just try this one anyway. And flash, all the good stuff, cleaning it, all the kind of good stuff. Now I'm finna to try it right now. Let's see if it works this time. Okay, let's go ahead and put it in, and all right, let's power it on now. That's all right. Let's see if we get something. Okay, there we go. There we have it. All right, so I got a setup right now. All right. So now it's like it's asking me questions, but I don't know if I want to push A yet. I'm just gonna push another button because I want to see what's gonna happen if I do something. Nah, should I? Nah, you know what? I'm gonna just. Yeah, okay, so it seems like it's just gonna do some installation, installing some stuff, so I'm just gonna give it a bit. I want to, nah, you know what, I ain't gonna mess with it. I don't want to mess with it. I'm just gonna make sure that I think it's gonna take a bit. So all right, so we got some here. All right, seems like it's doing its thing, and it's all right. So it's just a waiting process. Now what I've been doing, this is like the power of editing, but this took a lot longer than normal. So now we have here, oh, it's still going. Okay, so everything's still installing, and all right, we're gonna give it a bit. Now All right, we back up. All right. Now, I never used this particular one before, so this one is a little bit different. So I don't know. I see when it's something like a little bit different and I'm not really like familiar with. Okay, so now it's asking for language. So I don't want to do too much tampering around with this. So what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna change to English, and then I'm just gonna scroll down, and maybe that's probably the end part. I don't know. So usually when nothing else works, I just push B. All right. So this is all right. So this is all the stuff that's going on. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down, and there we go. Okay, so just all right. So we got something. All right. So we got we have a setup right here where we have the emulators, and it shows all the emulators right now. So my thing is, it's like I just need to figure out how to set up the card so that way I can set up my little trusty other card to put my games on. So I haven't did that yet, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I need to do something else. Let me find something that's looking a little bit familiar. I just need to see if I see something. Oh, there we go. Emulation station. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and like click into that. Okay, look like it's booting up and taking that beginning. All right, so now we're here. Now we're here, emulation station. This looks good. This looks really good. Oh wow, this is like really nostalgic. I like that. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and like we're gonna go ahead and power it down because I want to do the SD card thing. I don't like putting the SD card wires on, so let me turn it off. Then now I'm gonna go ahead and I made sure that I format the card. FAT32 is just what I do. Even though it could probably take, like, if you just format it regular, it might probably take it, but just in case with this is like a little bit different. So now this time I'm gonna push A. This time I'm just gonna go right to emulation station. Okay, I'm telling you right now, this is like my first time messing around with this type. All right, so now what I want to do, now I'm used to emulation station, so but I do want to make sure that we're gonna set up this card. We're gonna install these files and folders and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna install all the folders for the go back and power it now, and then I'm gonna head back to my computer because I want to make sure that the files is in there. All right, look at that. Everything's there. Everything's there. So all I gotta do is add some games. I'm gonna go ahead and pop some games in, and then I'm gonna pop the thing back in. I'm gonna add some games. Of course, it's gonna be Game Gear. I'm going Game Gear first, and I might add a couple extras, but yeah, now we're good. All right, let's do this. All right, so I'm gonna pop this back in, and all right, back to emulation station, and hopefully it's gonna read my games. Let's see. All right, we got Sega Master Systems right there. We got Sega CD. I put some games. 32X. Yep, right. I didn't mess with Pico 8, nothing like that. I did do Linux Game Gear, of course, and we got games. I don't have box art yet because I haven't did the Wi-Fi and haven't did the scraperies yet. I like to call it scraperies, but yeah. So I haven't did all that yet, but I just want to make sure. So it looks like it's working. We got work. Yeah, it's work, and dude, this looks good. Oh wow, this got a good feel to it, man. This handheld is nice. I'm not gonna lie, this handheld is really nice. It feels really, really good. I'm gonna try one more game. Let me see, and I'm just gonna try this one and see if this works. Okay, when stuff like this happens, let me show you how to do it. So you're gonna go back. So you're gonna quit. You're gonna go quit and get back to the. All right. So check this out. So what you do, you're just gonna go to game settings, and then you're gonna go down to per game. There you go. And then all of a sudden, like, you can experiment and then just change your emulator out. So I'm just gonna change to like an emulator that just might work. Let's see if this works. Let's see if we got something. All right, look at this. Okay, so everything works. So if you ever had a problem, that's usually what, you know what I'm saying, what to do if you got like an emulator that's not working, or maybe it just doesn't sound right or something like that. Stuff like that happens. So yeah, this is nice, dude. I mean, like, the screen looks amazing, dude. Like, seriously, this is nice. This is very nice. This has got a really good arcade feel. I'm loving this T-pad. This T-pad feels really good. It's so cool because it's like an arcade feel, but it's still got that T-pad vibe. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just awesome. I'm loving this thing. I'm loving this thing. Oh yeah, it's time to start the gaming. Oh yeah, and the first one I'm going for is one I've been waiting for to play up on this, and that's Surf Ninjas. Heck yeah. overall, considering the challenge I had to go through, it was, to me, it was well worth it. I'm just so happy. This is really bringing back the days of Game Gear and its full glory. I'm loving it. I'm a big fan of the Game Gear, because and seeing this on this screen is really bringing me back. And I don't know why I keep picking this up. This is just, because I had to test some other games out before, and this is just amazing. I'm really glad to have this for real. And I'm going to leave a link in the description in case you guys run into like the problem that I went through. So that way you guys can be able to set yours up just in case. I mean, if you guys have figured out the Plum OS and everything, please leave that in the comments too, because that'd be a big help on which one to get, that we all can just, that way we can all help each other. So thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. All right, you guys, and from gamer to gamer, thanks for watching.